Star Wars fans, what's going on? It is your boy. It is taisworldtv and Buggy D Newgate. And when we fuse together, we become the Geeklodestars. Hope you guys are doing good. Hope you guys are having a good one. So listen, we got to talk about this. Came in last night. We didn't even know this came out.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. We got some Star Wars news for you guys. So we're going to talk about that. Before we do that, please support the channel. Give us 2+ likes on this video. That will help out a lot for to get us in the algorithm and help other people notice our videos. Okay. Also, subscribe to the channel. That'll definitely help. And click on that notification bell as well. Also, let us know what you think about this video, what we've been talking about, and other stuff in the comments down below. Okay. Now, my boy, are you ready to get into these news that we got?
Yeah, and we did talk about the replacements for Kathleen Kennedy, so check that out.
Yes.
But this is pretty much going to be the slate of films that they have right before she. Well, I think technically she left last night. That's when that news came out,
if I'm not mistaken. Right. So before she went out the door, she gave us some news about what's being canceled, what's staying, what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to go through the list real quick. Sit down, listen, and enjoy the show. All right, my boy. All right. So let's get into it. So Kathleen Kennedy gives an update on future Star Wars films. All right. James Mangold's film is on hold, quote unquote, but has an incredible script. Donald Glover has turned in a script for the Lando movie. But we're going to talk about that when we're done. Simon Kinberg is actively working on a trilogy of films that Dave and Linwin are very on board for. Taika Waititi turned in a script for a film she calls hilarious and great. Also, and lastly, the Hunt for Ben Solo script is also on the back burner. All right, so Bugs, let's start with you. How do you feel about these news? Are you happy about it? Sad? Angry? Upset?
If I'm being honest, we talked about Star Wars ad nauseum on this channel before, especially during that Kathleen Kennedy live we did, and I had told you guys, or no, well, I had brought it up in the top 10s about Star Wars movies, and Mando and Grogu is going to be a key figure going forward as far as what they do for movies. And I'm just curious, out of all of those that you named there, I want to see the James Mangold Star Wars.
I want to know what that's about.
The Taika Waititi one, I'm kind of iffy on, just because of Love and Thunder, but I know he has other great movies that he's done as well. And like I said before, everybody's has a opportunity to come back from a fail like that or a flop like that. It happens in everything we do.
Sure.
The one that I know a lot of people were probably wondering about was the Lando with Donald Glover. I don't remember if he said he was gonna come back to play Lando. I don't know if
he did say that, but I'm not 100% sure. Y'all let us know in the comments. But I think he did say he wanted to do.
And then the Ben Solo, looking for Ben Solo movie, which everybody was talking about when they found out. It was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. That news dropped, and people were like, "Oh, why the hell didn't we get this?" I don't know. Right now, it's a little weird time right now for Star Wars as far as IP. We also have Starfighter coming out, but that doesn't come out until I think next year, if I'm correct. So it's all up to Mando and Grogu to see what the Star Wars fandom thinks. And it's funny because it's one of if you told me when I was a little kid that the Star Wars fandom would be the most toxic when I was older, I'd be like, what?
How
exactly?
But yeah. Okay, so you done with your side, my boy?
Yeah.
All right. Let me get to my side too. All right. I'm not. I'm going to be honest with you, 100%. Star Wars, I feel like right now is dead in the water. To
Yeah,
be,
I agree. I agree with you.
and I hate to say that because I am a big Star Wars fan. You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
in terms of like the books. I don't read the books like that. To be honest with you, but I've watched all the movies, watched Clone Wars, watched
Rebels.
Rebels. I gotta get on. I gotta get on the other one. Visions. I gotta get on that one. But you know, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The reason why we're at where we're at right now is because there's no direction whatsoever.
No.
It's like, unlike when George, when he had a full vision of what he was doing, we have no place of where to go. And now now everything rests on the Mandalorian and Grogu now, which is crazy.
And it's been like that since the last Rise of Skywalker, which is crazy.
Right. And getting to that too. And that's the big fault with that whole new trilogy. And I want to get to that too, because honestly, I don't care for a Ben Solo movie, to be honest with you. I don't.
I feel like it's way too past the point.
Like I don't like how the Last Jedi. I mean, not the last. I'm sorry. Rise of Skywalker. I don't like how that went. That was like the worst Star Wars movie for me.
Somehow Palpatine returned. Like what?
Yeah, for the grave. I don't how cloning. How? But okay. So having any remnants of the newer trilogy, I just rather be done with it. I'd rather you just retcon it all together. Be honest with you. But if you're not gonna do that, cool. But I don't want to keep with it. I want to just move on. Which is why I don't really care for the Ben Solo movie. I don't even care for the Rey movie. You know, I just rather just be done with it. Let's go somewhere else. If we're not gonna go into the past with the Rule 2 or the Old Republic, if we're not gonna do that, give me a whole brand new story that nothing to do with the Skywalkers.
Bro, and it's crazy. Like every single property that we've gotten since Rise of Skywalker, as far as like TV shows or video games, they've all been set in that timeline. Nothing outside of
that, right? Which, well, Grogu and Mandalorian was like a breath of fresh air. Or the Mandalorian, I'm sorry. The show was a breath of fresh air because, you got some Jedi's here and there, cool. But, we following the Mandalorians. And I'm like, yo, I love that. I love that. But yeah, man, I think it's about time we just do something else. Follow somebody else.
Stay out of that timeline. I agree with you.
Yeah, man. That's why sorry, go ahead.
I'm like I said, those games take place within the timeline.
I was gonna get to that too. Yeah.
Aside from the recent Jedi Fallen Order or Survivor, that you actually dealt with some Old Republic stuff where we were like, oh shit, we're actually doing
give me this
besides sticking in the Skywalker timeline. I'm just gonna call that from now on the Skywalker timeline.
Right. And that's the thing, right? Like that's why I love the game so much, because we're focusing on we saw Darth Vader at the end of the both games. I love that. Keep that. But we're not even focused on him. We focused on another Jedi. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And he's a little wishy-washy because you don't know if he's going to go to the Sith. You don't know if he's going to be a Jedi. We don't know. And I love that. Let's get some of that. Let's not focus on the Skywalkers anymore. I'm good with the Skywalkers.
And it's funny because some of the shows that they have done, aside from Mando, have been hit or miss.
Very hit or miss. Yep, very hit or miss.
Acolyte being one of them, very divisive between.
Yeah. And you can say it's one of the worst ones. You can say that.
Skeleton Crew wasn't that bad. Just the way
we enjoyed it. Like, you did react for that. We enjoyed it. But yeah, okay.
Well, I that also dealt with Old Republic stuff too, though. Skeleton Crew, which was fun, but
it was interesting too. Yeah.
There's no information of us getting a sequel or a continuation, because the way it ended, we were like, what?
Right. Because I know, like, where do you go from here? Because they gave us like very important information. And I'm like, okay, well, where are we going with this? We're probably not going to hear nothing about it.
Spoiler alert. If you haven't watched Skeleton Crew, it's basically in a planet that's been separated from everything that's been going on in the Skywalker timeline.
Right. So
they have no idea about the Empire, about any of that.
It's crazy to me, bro.
And they were an Old Republic, like mints. They made coins basically, which
Yeah,
from Old Republic currency, which is crazy.
right. And it was still valuable even to today. It's still valuable. You know,
With inflation, it's like way more than it is now.
right? So, and I thought that was interesting. Even Jeb, was it Jeb? The Jedi?
I think Jed or Jeb. One
Yeah,
of
I
those
think it was
two.
Jed. I know. I think you're right. I think it's Jed. Like Jed was pretty.
I'll
Cool.
tell you right now from my Lego set.
Okay, cool. Even Jed was pretty cool because Jed was like a Jedi that survived the Order 66.
Sorry, Jod.
Jod. Oh, there we go.
Jod.
Jod. All right, nice collection, my boy. Yeah, show it off. Show it off. Yeah, I like that. Jod. There we go. Yeah, even with Jod, he was pretty cool. He was a Jedi, but you know, he wasn't like as skilled as like Cal or something like that. He wasn't like up there, but he used what he got and then made a name for himself. So I really like that. But yeah, I mean, just going back to the list, you know, other than that, I don't really care about that. The James Mangold film, that's
the
hold.
one. That's the one I'm like more intrigued.
I'm really excited for it, but
I like James Mangold movies, honestly.
Yeah, me
like,
too. Me too.
First, I know Argyle was a little hit or miss for some people. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh yeah.
That was a Mangold film as well that I wanted to watch.
Yeah, that was a miss for me, my boy.
And like I said, everybody's accustomed to doing that. In
you have a bad day at the office.
You know exactly.
Yeah, man. It's just like, and that's the problem. And just going back to the list and Kathleen Kennedy herself, that's the problem what I have with her leadership. Like you're first off, you're announcing stuff that you don't even know if it's going to be coming out or not.
Yeah,
that's the thing. And it's just like, it's kind of like the Ant-Man situation with the first Ant-Man with Edgar Wright and stuff. It's just the same thing. That situation, but it's like with every other movie.
But it's funny though, because they still kept some of that script in the movie because he's still credited for that movie.
Right. And then they made it work. But now we're at a point where you're doing this with every other single project. And it has crashed and it has burned. And then now
it's like you said earlier, like they really didn't have a plan with the sequels.
No, they didn't. And it's just, and that's mind-boggling to me because I'm like, yo, this is your biggest hoo-ha right here out of the IP.
Like and we're all in agreement. The Force Awakens is just a rehash of A New Hope
of the first one, right?
The Last Jedi. I enjoyed The Last Jedi. I know
I did too.
I know a lot of people were like divided on that movie. And then JJ came along in this Rise of Skywalker and just washed all that away with what happened in the previous movie.
Which is kind of crazy to me because I'm like, yo, like that's on JJ Abrams, bro. I wouldn't.
And we talked about before, there was so much potential with Finn possibly being a stormtrooper turned Jedi.
Yes. And even for and I really liked Ben. What was his name? He was a Vader. I'm
Adam
sorry.
Driver?
Adam Driver, but I forgot what was his name in the what was his actual name when he had on the fit. Kylo, yeah. Kylo was a great concept. That was cool.
He just threw too many hissy fits.
Yeah, man. And I'm like, y'all, then to have him become Ben after all of that and get redeemed. I'm like, bro, that's I didn't even like
it was
Anakin got redeemed. I'm like, this is worse to me because it's like, bro, did you forget all of this shit that he done? And then the Force kissed at the end. I'm like, all right, bro. So we just gonna make out with a murderer, bro. Like this is what we doing, But yeah, man, and that's my problem with this whole thing with Kathleen Kennedy and J.J. Abrams too. Like y'all should have took more care of this. Y'all should have gave this the same respect that y'all gave the 6 other movies that came before it. But you crashed and burned. And I think what happened was that they thought that, hey, Star Wars fans are just going to accept anything we give them. So we're going to give them this. They're going to shut the fuck up. No, that's not what happened, bro. And that backfired on them heavily. So I don't know what's going to happen with JJ, bro. I don't know what's going to happen in his career. I don't know. But Kathleen Kennedy, I don't know.
He's got a producing company. He's fine.
Which is that's true. But
he's fine.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Director-wise,
not only movies but video games. So he's
right. And look at Ryan Johnson. Look at him. Yo, you know how much he got scrutinized for The Last
Jedi. Bro, and it's funny because I think it was his script that it was like something. It was going to be a trilogy, but it was like outside of the Skywalker timeline, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, or something like that he was gonna do, and that got canceled because it's like, yo, you don't.
Hey, it's fine because we got those Knives Out movies. I don't even
Yeah,
care.
exactly. But that's the thing. That's why I wanted to bring that up too, because I remember Ryan got a lot of hate for that, and then when he got that the Knives Out movies, everything was forgiven. You know, you got a little somebody here and there, but still, everything was forgiven. So I don't, you know, so I don't know, man. And I think and it's crazy too, because even Chris McQuarrie, the director, you know, for the Mission
Oh
Impossible
yeah,
movies
Mission
and stuff,
Impossible. Yeah.
even I remember him saying years ago that he don't even want to do a Star Wars movie because he don't want to go through all that stuff that that Ryan Johnson and everybody else went through. So they ain't even trying to do that. And that's the problem at the end of the day. Like, the fandom has gotten so toxic that you don't even want directors coming in and being a part of this big IP, bro.
Look what happened to the actress of Rose Tico. She deleted her social media because everybody was hate bashing her.
Oh, wait, which? Oh, that's Rose, right? From
Rose, yeah.
Yo, not even that one. Yo, remember a homegirl from I'm sorry, Obi-Wan, the show. Rava, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know how
That
much hate she got,
yeah,
bro. She getting
yeah.
death threats and shit, bro.
See, I didn't hate her like that. I just felt like
Yeah,
it
I didn't
wasn't
hear her
needed
either.
in the show. Like
Yeah,
her
I
character
agree.
really wasn't needed in the show.
I agree. And this is what I'm saying. Like, the fandom has gotten so toxic. It's just like it's gonna be a point where nobody wants to be a part of this no more.
And that's Ben Solo or Obi-Wan show was just a memory stuff because it was okay. It wasn't the greatest. Ahsoka was kind of the same way, but that had a better payoff at the end than Obi-Wan did.
And that's the thing. And I think that's the thing that saved Ahsoka was because, you know, they used, and I love that the fact that they're using Anakin more. And they used them in a great way. They built off of Rebels. So I think that
Yes.
that was really, really, really good. Because they put Sabine in there, they put Ezra, they got Ezra in there.
Ezra.
Yeah.
Damn, what's her name? Elizabeth
Thrawn.
Weinstein's character.
Oh, Hera.
Hera, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah. So they were incorporating stuff from before and put it in there, which I thought was pretty dope.
We mentioned too. Zeb was in real quick in
Mando.
an episode of Mando.
Yeah, and then he's in the Mando movie, which is pretty dope too. So yeah, man. So I really like what they're doing with the TV shows and stuff. But I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I want a trilogy again, man.
An actual coherent
trilogy. Right. I don't want to focus on Lando, to be honest with you. I like Lando Calrissian, I like him, but it's like that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the lightsaber duels. I'm here for the mythology. I want a continuation of the story, or if not, give me something else in the past where it's like before the Skywalker timeline, like you said. Like I want lightsaber duels. I want the lightsaber fight.
And Old Republic is perfect for that.
Yeah.
Because you had, for those of you that don't know or are unaware of what was going on in the Old Republic, there was a lot of Sith and a lot of Jedi back then.
Oh yeah, and that's
they were just going at war nonstop with each other, and then eventually at some point the Sith were just so strong that eventually it got cut down to two. That's where the rule of two eventually.
That's how powerful they were.
Yeah. So there's stuff that they've alluded to, and I think I told you guys as well. In I think it was Clone Wars where it was a deleted scene where Yoda was talking to I don't know if it was Revan or Darth Malik. And that was like the closest we've ever gotten to actually Old Republic characters almost being brought into the fold in Star Wars with the Skywalker timeline.
Yeah, man, and that's exactly. And that's the thing, right? Like the thing that they bought, and like for example, the Acolyte, where we actually got a little bit of that. I thought that was so cool. And then having Plagueis in there.
Plagueis. Yep.
That was so cool, but we're never gonna get a payoff because they're not doing another season.
No.
And then the lightsaber fights in that were so dope too. Like See, the Acolyte had so much potential, but it just crashed and burned because it had things in there that people did not want to see. You know, I don't know, man. Like, all right, let me ask you, man. Since we're at this point, do you think we should get a continuation of what we have, or do you think we should just fully reboot the whole series?
I think just go prequel and go Old Republic stuff at this point, because just start building the universe from there. Because as far as Star Wars IP, we have none of that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like the only best course of action is just to go to Old Republic. I don't know why they're so apprehensive of doing it.
I don't understand. I really don't.
Like, that's money right there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why they just don't want to go there. Like, everybody wants that. Everybody, that's the best thing you could do at this point.
You know how many years I've been hearing people want a Knights of the Old Republic show or a remaster, and then we got a remaster, but then it got on hiatus right now. Whatever the hell going on with it.
Oh, that's right. It didn't even come out. That's crazy.
No, it was supposed to come out sometime towards the end of this year, or next year, whatever it was. But they're like, oh no, it's not happening now.
Okay. All right.
And it's funny. It's just not movies and TV shows. It's also video games, which is funny.
Right. And that's the thing. Like, how was that going to look from now on? Because, now we got the TIE Fighter. I mean, not TIE Fighter. I'm sorry.
The
pod racing show. I mean, video game coming out. I think this year or next year.
I think it's this year.
It is this year.
I think it is this year.
Right. So we don't know how that's going to look like. Is that going to be in the in linked into the series at all? Like, we don't know.
Well, Boba was shown at the end of it, so it might be like, because in the trailer it did show space destroyers in the sand. So
okay. So
maybe it's taking place a little bit after the fall of the Empire.
Got it. So yeah, I mean, aside from that, we don't know what we're gonna get at this point, man.
Yeah, it's funny how Marvel and Disney under the same banner, funny enough, kind of have a question mark on their biggest IPs as of right now.
Right. And it just, just before we go to the Simon Kinberg project, I don't know what that's gonna consist of. It's a trilogy, so I mean, it's gonna be the big trilogy. I don't know.
Let me ask you right before we get out of here, because I know you said it before. Some people were like iffy on Daisy Ridley returning as Rey. And I'm gonna say I do not blame her whatsoever for what her character was. It's mostly the writers on them, because she just did what the script told her to do and what the directors were telling her. So I liked her as Rey. Just certain things were like, they're like I'm Rey Skywalker. I'm like, huh? Like certain things like that is like, and like I said, and that's another thing too. And like those things, like what you guys were hanging out with the Duffer Brothers when you came up with that script.
Like what was y'all smoking? What was y'all on? You know what I'm saying? No, and that's the thing. I really did enjoy Rey's character. I to be honest with you, I know people say that she's a Mary Sue and all that crap. I'm like, so was Luke. Luke was a Mary Sue too.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh
yeah, let's get into that. He was pretty much that before they got the freaking prequel trilogy.
Right, because you can't sit here and tell me that this kid, if you look at his training in general, he only had maybe 2 years of training.
Was fighting with Vader. Was he?
It beat him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost the first time, but he did good enough job to be like, oh, all right.
Within like what, 2 years or not even, maybe a year, whatever.
Not even. So how y'all gonna tell me that Luke ain't is Mary Sue? But
mind you, Rey had Luke there the whole time. It wasn't a Yoda situation where, oh, I'm one with the Force. I'm a Force.
That crap. Yeah. And then not only that, I like that Rey was already capable. Like, Rey was already a fighter.
Exactly.
Before, that's the difference between her and Luke. Luke wasn't really a fighter.
Luke was a farm boy.
Yeah, shooting at
through and through
at swamp raps, bro. Swamp rats. So again, how do you explain that to getting into him defeating a whole Sith Lord? Who, mind you, as a Jedi, Anakin was the best duelist out of everybody in the order. Anybody. Yep. So you're gonna tell me his son was able to beat him in 2 years training and then had no previous experience training before that? And he's not a Mary Sue?
Yeah.
We gotta make another video for that. That is get on my nerves too. But yeah.
I'm down for that. I'd be down for that.
I bet we're gonna do more Star Wars videos in the future. All right,
but yeah, overall, as far as us here at Geeklodestars, we're kind of like, I don't want to say done with Star Wars, but we're kind of like apprehensive of going back into that universe.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, where are we gonna go? We have no direction. We have no excitement. The excitement's gone.
And then what happens after the next Jedi game comes out? What's gonna happen then?
Right.
What story are you gonna tell them?
Right.
Are we gonna get another? Are we gonna get another Star Wars Outlaws? Are we gonna continue other character stories? What's gonna happen?
Exactly. What we doing? What we doing? But y'all let us know in the comments. Where do you want to see Star Wars go in the future? Let us know. Actually, let us know what y'all want us to react to as well, because we want to react to some stuff too. I know you're thinking about Andor, but we wasn't 100% sure, right?
I'm down for Andor.
All right, we're gonna do that soon. All right. All right, guys. So with that said,
I know you haven't seen Visions in some of Tales of the Empire as well, so we could probably do some of that.
Yeah, and I haven't seen the Bad Batch either.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so okay. We got some stuff to look at for you guys.
I feel like at some point we'll probably do reactions to those shows.
Yeah, I think we should, because I mean, even the original trilogy, I would love to get back into that too.
Saying it's been a while for me.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I think it was. Yeah, it was last year when I watched the pretty much all the movies because of the 25th anniversary of Revenge.
Yeah, I know the third one was. I think Revenge of the Sith was like back, and it made mad money too.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's crazy. All right, we're gonna get to that too. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you want us to talk a lot more stuff about Star Wars, smash that like button down below. Give us 2+ likes, and we'll give you another video, y'all. Just do that. Let us know. Also, smash on that subscribe button as well. Comment down below, and smash on that notification bell too, and click on that hype button. And guys, we're gonna get out of here. We'll see you in the next one. Deuces. Be safe. Have a good one.
Zoltan.